Down to one. Down to one. No funny business. No funny business, please. My heart's pounding, guys. I really... Yes! I think we got it. I think we got it, baby. Let's go. Boom, baby. Let's go. We did it with 1 health. Welcome back to another Magic the Gathering Arena deck list video today, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. In today's video, we have a interesting one for you. It's a mono blue mill deck. So our whole objective of this deck is to mill our opponent's entire deck out to 0 and ultimately win that way. So before we get started though, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so because we do post videos every single Monday for you guys. This is a different type of week where we're posting videos. This will be our 3rd video in a row. We're trying to get out as much videos as possible during this first week of ZENDIKAR Rising coming out. So be sure to subscribe though so you don't miss out on any future content just like this. Also, there's some social media links in the description below. If you want to click those and give those a follow, I'd really appreciate it. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. That is the goal. So help us get there if you could. I'd really appreciate it. All right. So in today's deck, we have, like I said, a mono blue mill deck. So the whole objective is to try to get our opponent's graveyard completely filled with their own deck. So how we're going to do that is we got 4 Merfolk Windrobbers. This is a new ZENDIKAR card. If you haven't already watched my rogue deck build, this was part of it. What's really cool about this card is not so much that it can come in for a 1/1 flying, which is great, but every time it hits your opponent, you ultimately will be milling them by 1 card every time it hits. Also, not that great. What I've found the biggest use of this card to be is when our opponent is super aggressive and they're swinging in with a bunch of creatures constantly. Windrobber is a really cool card because you can place it on the field, take that block, sacrifice it, and draw a card if your opponent has 8 cards in their graveyard, which is really, really easy for us to do. So this is a very fantastic card. If you hit it on, turn 1, you can get in for a couple different mills, and then ultimately you can sacrifice it for a nice block and drawing a card. Up next, we have 4 Opt. So Opt is a really cool card because you can just scry and draw a card. This can help you with any sort of mana fixing if you're looking for something in particular. Opt is just a really, really good outright card. Here is one of our new heavy engine pieces of the deck. So the Ruin Crab. It has a new ability called Landfall. Landfall is a super overpowered ability that every time you drop a land onto the battlefield, it triggers some sort of an event. So this crab, its landfall ability is that you mill your opponent for 3 cards. So what that means is every time we, drop a land, our opponent is getting ever closer to milling themselves out. So the crab is super overpowered. What's also fantastic about this card is it's a 1-drop. It has 3 toughness. So things like Stomp from the Bone Crusher Giant, Shocks, those don't actually hit this card. It's got 3 toughness. It's a very, very good body to block with and help get you to your end goal. So we run 4 of those. And then up next we have Stern Dismissal 4 ofs. This card right here, as well as the Unsummon, these are just in the deck basically to slow our opponent's game down if they're running any sort of mutate. This is a fantastic card. It's really good if our opponent has some heavy hitting creatures that cost a lot of mana. You have them eat up all their mana on 1 turn. You bounce it right back to their hand, make them basically restart their entire turn all over again. It's just to slow them down in order for us to get ahead. So we got 4 of those and then 3 on summons. I do like the Stern Dismissal a little bit more, and that's why we run 4 of these and only 3 on summons, because it actually can hit enchantments as well, which is really, really nice. Up next is the Maddening Cacophony. So this card right here, this is a card and the reason why mono blue is so good again. So what makes this card cool is that it mills for 8. It's a big hitter. 8 cards milled for only 2 mana. And to top it off, you've got a kicker on this card for an additional 4, so a 6 total mana cost. You can mill up half your opponent's library. So this card right here is completely busted, and it makes mono blue really, really strong. And when you get down to the late game, if you have 2 of these in hand, I've actually experimented with it in one of the games you're going to see. You hit this for the kicker on 1 turn. You follow up with just a 2-drop on the next turn for 8. You pretty much got the job done. So very, very strong, powerful mill card there. Then we have Teferi's Tutelage. This one is a fan favorite of M21. A lot of people have been running this in all the mill decks since it's come out. Pretty self-explanatory. You draw, it's an enchantment. Every time you draw a card, your opponent mills 2. When it hits the field, though, you do get to start off by drawing an additional card as well. So very good way to, again, to mana fix or find something that you may need in the deck, like maybe a Relic Golem. We have 4 Relic Golems. This right here is only a 3-drop for a 6/6. That's a huge body for only 3. The downside of this card is it can't attack or block unless your opponent has 8 cards in the graveyard. But again, very easy to do, especially on a 2-drop because you're milling them for 8 cards. So the Relic Golem becomes a very, very viable and useful card, especially against aggro matchups. And then you can also use its ability to mill 2 cards out the top of your opponent's deck. Up next, we have Into the Story. This card right here is fantastic because it costs 3 less for every time. Sorry, my dogs are barking. I gotta go figure out why. All right, we're back. Into the Story. So this card right here is fantastic because it costs 3 less to cast if you have 7 or more cards in your opponent's graveyard. Again, like I've been saying over and over again, that's very easy to do. So this card really only costs, let's see, 4 mana. So with this card costing 4 mana, you draw 4 cards. That paired with Teferi's Tutelage is a recipe for our opponent having nightmares because if you have 2 Tutelages out like we do in one of these games and we hit 1 Into the Story, you basically mill half your opponent's deck, which is fantastic. And then we have 2 Seagate Restorations. This card's pretty cool. We didn't get to see a whole lot of it, but basically you draw cards equal to the number of cards in your hand plus 1, which can be super powerful, especially if you got a big hand and you have a Tutelage out. But what's also great about this card is you actually get a shock land tied to it, where you can pay 3 life and drop in a land for a island. So very, very cool. So the lands are a little tricky. I want to be honest with you guys. Don't run Castle Vantresses. I ran it in the gameplay, so I'm going to leave it here so you can make the exact copy of this deck. But honestly, replace this Castle Vantress with 2 Fabled Passages. I know it's kind of weird because we're a monocolored deck, but if you actually have a Fabled Passage, you could trigger your crab twice, which is really cool. And I actually didn't think about that until later on into the game. So be sure to replace that with 2 Fabled Passages and you're good to go. But 19 islands and then 2 Mystic Sanctuaries. Mystic Sanctuary is amazing because if you throw down an Into the Story and you drop a Mystic Sanctuary, you can get that Into the Story right back in the top of your deck, draw it again, and repeat the last play. So super cool card. You can pull any instant or sorcery card out of the graveyard and replay it from the top of your deck. So be sure to run at least 2 of those. It's helped me out a lot in a couple different games. So anyways, that right there is the deck, guys. We had a ton of fun playing this. We were able to mill out a ton of our opponents. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was, so I was a little reluctant to run it on the ladder, but we did anyways. We ran this on the ladder. We ran it on Diamond, tier 1, 2, I think, and we did really, really well. We actually won like 4 out of the 6 games, and we won them pretty convincingly. So be sure to stick around for that and watch that all the way through. And then at the end, we'll talk about, you know, the deck a little bit more and what we really thought about it and what maybe we can make some changes on it, some minor changes, and hear from you guys on what you guys want to change in the deck as well. So stick around. We'll see you guys then. Enjoy the gameplay footage, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. All right, here we go. We are going to give this our best shot on the ladder and see how this plays. I like this hand a lot because we had the crab to start with. That's always a good sign when you get the crab turn 1. The crab's pretty busted. Honestly, landfall in general is pretty busted. Got a dismissal, which is great for the vessel when it comes back as the little demon child. Oh, now we got to return our creature to us, huh? Because we really need that crab, right? Yeah, I kind of really... Oh, I can't do my own creature, can I? That's with the Unsummon I can. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Well played, sir. Unsummon, you're allowed to actually hit your own creatures. That's why I was like, let's go and hit that. Stern Dismissal, though, does give you a little bit more targets to hit. Throw this away. How many cards we got? 6 in the graveyard, so we're going to need to throw in 2 more cards in the graveyard before we can hit Into the Story. Really? Already with that, huh? We don't get the crab back when we drop this, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have them replay the Luris. Oh, I could actually hit this into the story now. I don't mind hitting Stern Dismissal here though. Make them replay the Luris this turn, set them back an entire turn, and then we get the Stern Dismissal back when we drop the Sanctuary. So we can actually rinse repeat, which is nice. All right, not bad. Take action. We're gonna do this now on our main phase. I know that might seem a little weird, but I want to get that Stern Dismissal as soon as possible so we can get rid of the demon so we don't take too big of a hit here. This also has flying too, though. I could just put this out there, block with this. That's an option, at least for a turn. Nah, let's go and pass a turn. Let them make their move, and then I think bouncing it's the best idea. Opponent still got 35 cards. That's tough. That's really tough. I'm hoping to get another Tutelage or maybe another crab on this next draw. That would be sweet. A crab would be great because we could actually start blocking some of these attackers. Oh, they're just gonna go ahead and kill their... Okay, I'm fine with that. Obviously, I know they get the demon from it, but... However you want to do it's fine with me. You think we got enough land? I should have waited to play that land. Should have waited because I might draw onto a crab here. All right, we don't hit a crab, but we do draw 2 Cacophonies. Let's get it. That's a lot of card right there. A lot of card millage. Opponent's on 24. $16. All right, let's go. This will drop them down. We don't. So think about this, guys. We don't want a Cacophony for the kicker, even though we can, because half of 16 is already 8. So it's going to be the same regardless. So I'd rather just mill them for the 8 cards for the 2 and call it a day. Now, how do we make this the most optimum situation here? We mill them for 2. We mill them for 8. How do we do this? We can Merfolk, draw a card into another Tutelage too. So let's drop the Tutelage. See if we hit something like a crab, but I think we win here. I'm pretty sure we got the W here, guys, if I'm not mistaken. They scry 2 to the top, which means they're just gonna have to mill them, so don't know why they do that. Definitely gonna drop one of these. We did find a crab. 9 cards left. We have enough to mill this out. We should be able to win here. Drop the crab. Drop the land. Mill another 3. And we mill 8, and it's GG's. Too late. Damage is done. Damage is done. Feels bad, man. All right. And we will be seeing you on the next one. GG's. Oh, mill, man. Mono blue mill. Is this a competitor? Is it a competitor? We'll find out. Stay tuned. I can't lie. There's almost no better feeling in this world than milling your opponent to a victory. So this is a lot of fun, to say the least. This is not a great hand because obviously we only got 1 land and it comes in tapped. Well, we have 2 lands. I guess we could shock this in if we really wanted to and then play the robber. This doesn't count though as an island, so this would come in tap still if we didn't draw into a land. I'm willing to risk it. We are on the draw, so I'm willing to risk it. Let's see what happens. Up against Serenity. See what we got here. What color land we got? We got a red land. All right. We did hit our land. Sweet. The Windrobber, you know, is early. Getting it out early is on turn 1 is great and everything, but it's not as great on turn 1 as you would think, because we can't draw the card off of it until we Cacophony, which we can do right now. Actually, let's just do that right now. That way we have that availability. You never know when you're going to need to draw a card, so that's really good to know. Winota is a problem, so we're glad we hit that. Really, really glad we hit Winota there. What a weird deck. They're running 4 colors. Huh. Where does the white black come in though? See, you never know when you're gonna want to activate the ability. Now they just lost their Bone Crusher Giant, so not a very wise play on their part. Let's just say this empty. Actually, let's pay. No. Let's just unsummon, and then we can opt. I think that's the play. So pass the turn. Unsummon this guy here, the Intimidator, and then we're gonna go ahead and opt in for a card. Hopefully hitting another land, I think, would be probably the most ideal. Another Mana Dork here. Tangled Floor Hedron. Huh, those are kind of cool. 2-drop 1/1, add 1 to the mana pool. Not super strong, but opponent's gonna have to replay that now, and they're not gonna be able to get the attack in, so that feels good. Yep, we figured that was gonna be the case, and we dropped the opt. Let's see what we get. Ooh, double tutelage. I gotta keep that. Gotta keep it. Ooh, dismissal could be good. I don't think we need the opt anymore because we have Into the Story, so we could drop the opt. We have plenty of card draw now, and we have another tutelage as well for next turn. So we got this. I think we're looking really good as long as our opponent doesn't drop a Winota here. All right, looks like we're okay. They just played their first planes. Make them replay it again. Just really protecting our life total as long as we can. That's what it's all about. Intimidator comes down again. How we looking? Not bad. We're not off to the fastest start, but not bad. You know, I haven't had an opportunity to try to actually crack one of these Castle Vantresses, and I don't know if we're going to now, you know, to be honest. I'm starting to think that's not the best card for this deck. Maybe we just throw in regular islands, but we'll see. This card, you. These two paired up with these two, it's about to get really weird in here. Party's just about to get started. Buckle up. Oh no! That's the one card I didn't want to see. 2 whiffs. Come on, 2 whiffs. That's not a whiff. That's also not a whiff. That's what we call highly unfortunate. Highly, highly unfortunate. Let's play the crab. Let's play the Into the Story. That's so bad, man. That's so bad. We have 1 Stern Dismissal. So we could yeah, we're dead. We're just dead here. We were so close to. We were so close, guys. So close. Oh man. That is so heartbreaking. We did so well too. We were right there. Going into the attack step here, I'm just gonna bounce the Kenrith because it's obviously the biggest thing. We're dead either way. This is kind of pointless. I should just concede, honestly. Let's just concede. We showed all of our cards, so GG's. All right, well, 1-1, not bad so far. Let's go ahead and keep it up. We were this close, guys. I am by no means ashamed of how that played, so we're definitely keeping that second game into the video. I want to make sure we give you guys as real of a take on the deck as possible. I knew this wasn't going to be obviously tier 1, but I am happy to say that it's performing better than I thought. Yeah, we'll keep it. Anytime we get this, that's pretty good. I would rather have a crab to start than a Windrobber, but if we pull, you know, a Cacophony out, that'd be pretty good. We have the Golem, so... Oh, Flyers. I haven't seen this one yet. Big yikes. That's not good. Because even our Golem here is going to be hard-pressed to block anything because it's on the ground. No blocks. It's interesting. I haven't seen anyone playing the Flyers yet. All right, we got 2 though. 2 tutelages. This is good. This is very, very good. All right, we still get the effect, which is nice. Discard a card. Again, I don't think the Golem's gonna be worth playing. Yeah, we'll attack. We'll get in for 1 here just so we can get the millage off. I'm actually really happy we hit that. Baneslayer Angel already? Unreal. Alright, well, we're gonna definitely bounce that. Tutelage out. Alright, we need the land. What don't we need? Probably this because we have the Into the Story, so. And say, no, cancel. Say go. 3 cards in the graveyard. Not off to the best of starts here. Archon Sungrace. But why though? You're gonna have to replay that, which is nice. No blocks. We'll take the 3. Not ideal. Drop another tutelage. Now the train's rolling. We're on the tracks now, so we're moving. All right, we got enough to hit the Into the Story. We got enough to draw our card, so we just pass the turn here. We chump block and we draw a card. This is gonna be very, 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 very tricky. Definitely gonna block that. All right, and then should we, you know what, actually, we're gonna do this. Gonna unsummon this. And then we're going to sack this to draw a card. So we're still alive here. Still alive. Somehow or another, we made it through. We're not going to last much longer, though, if we don't figure this out quickly. Perfect card to draw. Back to back Into the Stories. You love to see it. Crab. Into the Story. That's a blocker. I love to see it. Oh man, are we gonna pull it out? That would be sweet. If we make a comeback like that, that would be so sweet. How are we looking? Man, we can't seem to find a Cacophony. That would really put the nail in the coffin on these games, for real. 12. Put a blocker out there. As long as we survive this attack, I think the Into the Story should be enough here to mill our opponent out. What are they going for? A Tutelage? Smart. Do I activate that now and draw a card to get a mill of 4? Yeah. Do I take the hit though? Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and let that resolve. We're gonna have to block something here, I think. I think this is gonna come down to a race. So I really gotta make this block here. Block right here. Activate the ability. Get our card. Man, I really need a Cacophony here. Really, really need it. There it is. Okay. Beautiful. We win. Pretty sure we won this. Yep, we win. GG's. Whew. Holy cow. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. GG's. We did it. We milled them out. We milled out the Azorius Flyers aggro deck. You love to see it. Wow, man. I really never thought in a million years that mono blue mill would hold up on diamond level. At least, you know, we're 2-1 right now. That's pretty awesome. I thought I was going to get frustrated and have to switch to non-ranked, but it's looking pretty good. Looking competitive, man. Very competitive. Definitely going to keep this. We can opt into hopefully something good like a crab. Get some stuff going here. An Unsummon could be good. This could be mono green, but I do think we need to bin this. We need to find some more engine pieces. I knew that was going to happen. I absolutely knew that was going to happen. But we did find a crab. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That was a big hit. Big hit. Crab is amazing here because it blocks things that, you know, like a Hornate beetle. This is going to be pretty key to our victory as well, I think. Once we get 8 cards in the graveyard on the next turn, it becomes a big blocker. So very, very happy about that card. What do they have for removal here? Are they going to do Primal Might? Are they going to do Ramp Through? Either way, they're going to have to find a creature bigger than our boy here. And I don't know if that's going to happen. No blocks. You can have it. All right, we can Cacophony. I think we're going to save these, though, for the end game. I want to do half their deck first and then hit the other one. I think we're going to get a lot more value that way. No attacks. Say go. I'm really happy we're drawing all of our creature cards here. It's for this matchup, I think it's well needed. So it's our best opportunity to win this game. All right, that's the card I was most worried about seeing. Big yikes. Okay, well. Okay, well, they're gonna just sacrifice their... I feel like this is a trap. I feel like this is a trap. Let's do it like that. I think that's the best way to do it. Definitely don't want that. What do we got? 4 islands already? Alright, that's more than enough. Run the beetle right into our golem here. Beetle's gone. My turn. Beautiful card. That is a fantastic card to see. They have Ram Through. Good to know. Alright, gonna end our turn here. I hope they swing in both. I Stern Dismissal this. I block this, and we're good. Another one. Great. They DJ Khaled'd me. Another one. Unbelievable. All right, well, I don't think if I bounce this, it's gonna change anything about the effect. So unfortunately, we got to do that. Wow, that just ruined everything. You ruined everything, bro. All right, well, we're gonna have to consider blocking with our crab here pretty soon, which is not making me a very happy guy. I may have made a mistake not playing these earlier, but I don't think it would have mattered. Because we got the 4, 5, 6 lands here, so Cacophony's gonna hit. Oh, wow. If we could just survive the next attack, we might be able to pull this off. We might be able to pull this off, guys. Cross our fingers here. 16. Oh my god, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. So they're gonna play Questing Beast, right? They have to. And then I could block one of the Harbingers. And then we were down to 1. Come on. Down to 1. Down to 1. No funny business. No funny business, please. My heart's pounding, guys. I really... Yes! I think we got it. I think we got it, baby. Let's go. Boom, baby. Let's go. We did it with 1 health. Let's go. 1 HP victory. That's what I'm talking about. Mono green ain't got nothing on us. I do not know how we came away with the victory on that last one, but we'll take it. I'm gonna mulligan that hand. It just wasn't for me. This hand, on the other, on the other hand, I guess, is much better. So we're gonna keep this one. Throw away a land here. Drop a crab turn 1 and say go. This is a very, very good hand. The tutelages are great, but we do have to discard a card, which makes it tough, especially when we have only 4 cards in hand already. But hopefully the opt will allow us to dig a little bit deeper and find something useful. Yeah, I would advise not using the Castle Vantresses. I haven't had one time where it was viable, and I don't think I'm going to be honest. Man, it's turned out that the crab is really hard to get rid of, being a 3 toughness, with stomps out there and shocks and stuff. It's just a little bit out of range. And it's only a 1-drop, which makes it, not susceptible to things like Elspeth Conquers Death, which is nice. Let's go ahead and opt here, find another card, something better. Into the Story is really what I'm looking for here. I feel like Into the Story would really solidify this for us. Don't need another land yet. Oh, baby. Baby, baby, baby. You love to see it. You love to see it. Oh no, we're up against another real mono green set here, huh? We're gonna have to do this again, aren't we? So creatures are gonna be really key here. Oh wow, we hit 2 questing beasts though. That is what I call a nice hit. And a Yorvo, baby. Looking good. The Gem Razor is a nightmare to deal with too with our deck because we have a lot of things like the tutelages that they can hit, and it's really annoying. Ah man, now the Scavenging Ooze can come in. Wow, 3 goose. 3 gilded goose. That's it's kind of crazy. What you gonna do with all them goose? All them goose. All right, this is good. I like this because it's a 1-drop. I could play both this turn if I please. But first, I have to play this first because if we don't find another card that we can mill, we're gonna have to mill a card. Is basically what I'm saying. I want to see what I got to mill first before I decide to drop a robber. And oh, that's pretty good. I can get the opt back. No, that's fine. You can go. You can go. We have the Into the Story. We're fine. into the story, and we get to mill for 1 million. So I love it. I love it. Now, if only we can find an into the story when we draw, that would be sweet. Questing Beast, we already hit 2 of them, but you know how Magic goes. You know they drew 1 too, so. Oh no, what's happening? What in the world is happening? Oh, a big serpent. Okay, I actually don't mind that because we can bounce that. We're definitely gonna draw at least 1 bounce card, I would think. Definitely blocking and sacking. I think that's really the best way to use the Windrobbers. You just gotta block and then sack. That way the damage doesn't come through, but you also get that card advantage. I don't think there's any better way to do that, to be honest. We need to find an Unsummon for that, and then we're basically gonna win the game, I feel like, pretty easily. That's pretty big too. 3 questing beasts down. Let's go. Another gem raiser. You love to see it all. You love to see it. Into the story for crap ton of cards, and our opponent's gonna have to mill everything. We didn't find an Unsummon. That's unfortunate, but we did find another Windrobber, so we could block the skews at least. Block the skews and draw a card. So let's see where our opponent's at. Yeah, if they can't kill us this turn, it's over because we have 2 Cacophonies for the victory. Oh yeah, that's just got GG's written all over it. Wait a minute, how many cards we got him down to now? 5? Oh, I thought this would get us the win, but it doesn't. It'll actually get us 1 card short of the win because we would have been able to mill for 4 if we opted there. But unfortunately, it's a no-go. But now we can use our crab to block with because we don't really need it anymore. We have Cacophonies to win the game or ops to win the game, so either way, we can just send the whole crew to block. I don't see an out for our opponent, unfortunately. I think they're pretty much a roasted duck at the moment. Or should I say goose? See what I did there? All right, boys. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Going here, going here. Opponent's highlighting a lot of cards here. It makes me think that they have something weird up their sleeve, but again, there's really nothing. There's no card I could think of that could save them at this moment. Tutelage hits for another 4, giving them 1 card. No cards. It's over. It's a wrap. They decide not to finish the turn. I don't blame them. Dude, mill is the truth. All right, if we get a decently long game here, at least like 7 minutes or so, this should be our last game. If not, we might play 1 more after this if it's like super fast. But if it's super fast, that means we're gonna lose because our deck needs a little time to mill them out. All right. Ooh, wait, do we go first? No, we don't, do we? We do not go first. That's unfortunate. We got the crab. This isn't terrible. We just need the lands. Not terrible. Oh boy. I was just thinking too, I'm like, it's not terrible because we could shock this in. But you never want to shock something in when your opponent's got a Fervent Champion on deck. So we're going to have to just play this and hope that we draw into more lands. I wanted to shock this in because this land would have triggered the crab. But now we're going to have to just hope that we can hit another land, which we should be able to. We have an opt, so we should be all right. This is a very good blocker for this matchup. Opponent's still going to swing in though because they're going to get 2 damage across either way. Never feels good to go second against mono red in any matchup, especially not this matchup. All right, let's see what you got. Rimrock Knight. Are we still on this? Are we still on this Throne of Eldraine? Oh, I didn't expect them to go that way with it. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We're just gonna opt here. I don't think we win this game. I think we took a bad hand against this matchup. And the fact that they were able to remove that crab off the field immediately like that too, it's not looking good. Yeah, I'm actually gonna unsummon this. I'd rather just take the 1 damage right now, slow him down a little bit. We do that bounce there on pre-combat phase because they can't play a card during their combat phase, so we're just gonna take the 1 instead of 4. And then hopefully we draw into, I don't know, what do we even need here? Probably, I mean, the crab would be ideal. And then we can opt and then hopefully hit another land, but needless to say, it's not looking so great. That is not the card we were looking for. Let's go ahead and opt here. Damn it, that's a crab, but it's not a land though. We kind of need a land right now too. Ah, do we take the crab? We take the crab, man. All right, well, not looking good for us, folks. But we had a good run. No, we had a really good run. Honestly, Mono Blue Mill on the Diamond tier, you know, it was a very, very good run we were having here. We haven't milled them out 1 card yet, and it's turn 4. Big yikes. This has got Embercleave written all over it, so if that's the case, they drew the nuts, and we were not drawing anything. What do you got? Embercleave? Rimrock Knight, of course. Of course. Top it off with an Embercleave too, why don't you? Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it, Anakin. Alright. What are we doing here? What are we doing? What is taking them so long? What can Mono Red possibly be doing that's so complicated here? Hey, it's a land. Oh man, I want to dismiss these, but if I dismiss those, they get to just pump up the Fervent Champions, you know what I'm saying? Can't have that. So we're gonna Callous Dismissal or Stern Dismissal, one of these two. I think Callous Dismissal was a card that allowed you to get a zombie token. That is really annoying. That is really, 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 really annoying. Just gonna scoop here. Just gonna scoop it up here. Super unfortunate, but we had a really, really solid run. We really did. And I'm very, very happy with how this turned out. So let's go. Thank you guys so much for watching the gameplay footage. If you made it this far into the video, as always, you have a special place in my heart and I love you. Thank you so much for doing that. It's a huge support if you made it this far into the video. So thank you so, so much. But if you're not already subscribed, we are trying to chase that 1,000 subscriber, marker. So please help us out. Please, please. And just click that subscribe button right down below. I'd really appreciate it. All right. So the deck was fantastic. I feel like this deck performed extremely, extremely well for what it is, which is mono blue mill. So I would make a few different changes to this deck. I'm still going to tinker with it and see if I can't make it even stronger. But Merfolk Windrobber was fantastic for what it did. I do wish it was stronger or a bigger body, because we ran into a lot of situations where our opponent had a creature with a 3/3 coming in on us, and it was threatening our crab, and we couldn't actually get rid of the crab because it's reoccurring. value, so we don't want it to die. So with the Windrobber, I wish it was a little bit bigger. So I'm thinking we go with the other Merfolk that is a 0/4 toughness and mills for 4. I think that would be really beneficial in this slot. The only problem is we can't draw a card off of it, which this card offers so much value when you do that. So I don't know. We're still gonna mess around and tinker around with that a little bit. The Golem didn't see a lot of play, but I do think it has a place here. Like I said, it's such a big body for a blocker, but that might be able to be switched in or out. I'm not 100% sure yet. Maybe even switch that out with the Merfolk. We'll see. But overall, I thought the deck played fantastically. I think the Castle of Antris obviously have to go. Maybe even drop in 3 Fabled Passages here for the crab. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys had fun with this deck if you decide to play it. Let me know how it does for you. Down below in the comments, if you could, just let me know your thoughts on the deck, if you enjoyed it or not, what you want to see next. Also, maybe some things that you would change to the deck. If you have a better version, I'd love to hear about it. So let me know. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll catch you guys on the next video, hopefully tomorrow. It is Monday, so actually, more than likely, we will be seeing you tomorrow because I do pride myself on those Monday videos. So we'll see you then. Peace.